always tell people, if you lost your kit, just rebuild it to the best of your ability, because if you're gonna cheat and, you know, add a bunch of shit you didn't have, the only person you're cheating is yourself at that point. You know, you're robbing yourself of that experience. What the fuck is that slot? Why is he in an empty slot? What? Because a star is a commentator slot. How did he get a fucking yellow empty slot? Huh. Weird. The fucking IDAF symbol, too. Who the heck knows? Yeah, we got IDAP, apparently. I don't freaking know. But Blue 4 is a PMC. Op 4 is Russian attackers. Don, are you still here in chat, by the way? Or do I need to write the prediction? I'll give Don a minute, and if Don isn't able to do it, I'll quickly run it. And yes, this is round 2. Op 4 attacking, Blue 4 defending. You run it. Thank you. Just give me a hot second, guys, and I will get this written up. We're just basically switching the wordage here, and I set it to 15 minutes. Boom. All right. Let's get this wrapped up, and then we can talk about some random stuff, whatever you guys feel like for the rest of the stuff. I used to be a sadistic Zeus, but I got bored of it, to be honest. It's not as fun as other things in life. But anyway, let's go ahead and cover the attackers first, because we always like to do that. Anyway, Op 4 attacking with an armed BRDM, an unarmed BRDM, transport gas over here. Our 1, 2, 3, 4 BTR-80s, multiple transport gases as well. And then we have an MI-8 gunboat here. I call it a gunboat because it literally has 3 different guns. Doesn't have the nose gun today, though, but it's got the back gun and the 2 side guns. Full pylon racks, but no actual gun pods or rocket pods on those pylons. So a lot of heavy firepower here. Other than that, don't see much else. Let's go ahead and look at these guys in detail. 5.45 caliber RPG 26s. I saw some RPG 32s as well. Got pilots with some AKSUs, GP25. I'd imagine PKMs, PKPs as well for any auto riflemen and machine gunners. And we also have for our marksman team under X-Ray, Stark is going to be rocking the T5000, which is a 308 sniper rifle. It's either a 308 or a 338. It's pretty nasty. Tiger will get to that in a bit. But otherwise, it is being commanded by T15 Bay, aka the Bay Imposter. But Final Duster is the name he prefers to go by, and Ibanek is being his 2IC. Now, again, we have Stark being the marksman with Nafs leading the X-Ray team. Sorry, I just wanted a quick drink there. Jib Style leading Alpha HQ. He's got Leia, who did really well with the marksman rifle last round. Otherwise, the rest of AA under Alpha 1, Alpha 2 has some names that I don't recognize, so I'm not going to be able to say much about them. We've got Mike, a.k.a. Mike Hawk, in Bravo HQ. I always love saying that. Iander with 8T in this group as well. Korvax, Space Cowboy, Carl, Snow Owl, some good names there. Tanaka with what I was assuming would be some coalition guys. Sman Demand, for example. Someone commented they knew Sman Demand from something in a video from a while ago, so I'd assume Sman Demand, he has a PvP following, which is great to see. So with that in mind, you know, he's Tanaka's leading some coalition boys with Severe filling in under that group under Charlie 1, which is nice. Great group to look at. And we also have Pepega Pirates in this group as well, with Not Bay and Dooley also in the group. Holy fuck. Hold on. How stacked is this? We have some we have Nafs from Scandi Recon. We've got Stark sniping. We've got Leia as AT because she did well last round. We've got Iander as another Scandi Recon member on AT. We've got all of Coalition, and we've got a group of Pepega, and we've got Not Bay and Dooley. That's a very, very powerful team. Now, this is Sarani, so there's a little bit more open areas. There's some forests, but not a lot of infantry maneuvering. We'll get to that when we cover defensive sectors, but that's a very good team. That's a really, really good team to lead. So I hope Duster is able to lead them to that victory, similar to how Stark did in round 2 of EU. Night Owl is going to be commanding Blue 4 here. Blue 4, meanwhile, they are the same kits we saw for EU Round 3 on Blue 4, which was the attacking side. They smashed the heck out of the Serbs there. So G36Ks, M249s, 240 Bravos. The suppressed guys have Mark 14 EBRs, which are the, you know, vanilla, futuristic 7.62 rifles. Very good guns. And then we're going to have a 338. Oh, Dream actually got the sniper. So we'll see Dream. I told him to get 5 kills, so let's see if he does us proud. But otherwise, G36s, I'm seeing some 240 Bravos. I'm looking for some 249s as well. But I'm exclusively seeing 240 Bravos. Okay. Alright, so no 249s, only 240 Bravos. I personally prefer a 249 over a 240 Bravo any day. But otherwise, looking at Blue 4's vehicles, we got those 2 M2 MRAPs here. We have 2 240 Bravo Humvees that are up-armored, some transports. I'm looking for those 2 M2 statics. Here they are. And they have the holo sight on it, which to me is easier to utilize than the simple iron bar you get. It is annoying, though, because on the left side of those sights, you get that thumbprint on it, which is a bit distracting. But that sight, in my opinion, is a better targeting sight than the standard iron. Going over the roster, who got Night Owl commanding, who has an amazing fucking voice, mind you. But he's going to be leading Blue 4 to victory, hopefully. Maz is commanding X-Ray. We already mentioned Dream taking the marksman rifle. Swola and Dreek being the suppressed gunners. Wait, we got Derek and Dreek as the Alpha HQ. My bad. Head Honcho Anderson here with the 29th ID taking up Alpha here on the defense. Now, keep in mind, these guys got stomped last round, so I know they're going to be looking for some revenge here. Got some more 29th ID guys down here. Norse is with them. He's a heavy hitter in his own right. Carlson, Chuplos, Dog 4, members of the 17th here. Lurch, Aussie, and Mito. Looking at the objectives themselves, Sector 1 is quite simply this bridge. Both on top and under it are covered in the zone. So I can see Blue 4 just hiding a guy. Is this little crawl space part of the objective? Yeah, it falls in. So someone could actually just hide right in the objective in a bush and hopefully not get spotted. Sector 2 is the entire northern side of this compound, so a lot of open area. I could see people hiding in some of these buildings or hiding in the bush here, but that's a little bit of a tough area to go with because not a lot of big buildings to hide in that are multi-story. So this is all one open area. I'm talking about if they had a building like this, you know, multi-story, multiple windows, multiple rooms, it would be a little easier to defend both inside and out. But by exclusively covering the northern side of this SSR, makes it a little bit tougher. Blue 4, I mean, they got some open areas to work with here, but in order to get on spots to overwatch them, there'll be sitting ducks for the enemy sniper or all of the heavy ordnance that Op 4 has. And then Sector 3, which appears to be where Blue 4 is actually gravitating a lot of forces to, is a custom area here. So we've got some greenhouses that have been put down right here. We have one of the newer buildings that was, this is ported over from DayZ. The Chernaris thing, this was a Livonian building added in. And we also have the Livonian medical building. Actually, that might be the Chernaris one. But either way, it's one of the newer ones. And we also have a barn right here. And we're seeing Blue 4 already building some HESCO defenses around this sector. So I would say out of all of them, this is the nicest one to do. Plus, you have these tall apartment complexes that have multiple windows that can help overwatch all of these open areas. And they have a window on the western side so they can get full coverage of this AO. The best way to assault it would actually be to come to the eastern side of the town and move building to building, cover to cover, to actually assault it. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Yes, Barb, Leia's AT under Alpha 1 for Op 4. I'm leaning a lot towards Op 4 here. You've got elements of Scandi Recon, you got 4IB Stark, you have Iander in an AT position as well, you've got Tanaka and his coalition boys with Severe. Tanaka and Severe did really well with that BMP last round. And you also have Pepega Pirates, and then not Bay and Dooley in a vehicle pair, which they normally do really well in that group on their own right. So
Let's give them
I think Op4 is pretty damn stacked, and since they have so much firepower between 5 different vehicles that have both a 14.5mm and a 7.62, I believe 250 round box magazine per reload. If Op4 plays their cards right, they could just make a nice line formation, suppress the shit out of anything. Add the fact they have this helicopter, which is being crewed by Eric Vargren and Seki here. Either a pilot and a co-pilot and 1 gunner, or a pilot and 2 gunners for these PKTs. I think Op4 is in really good shape, especially looking at these AOs. I'm only nervous about... Actually, no, I'm the opposite of nervous. I only feel good about Sector 3. I'm nervous about Sectors 1 and 2. Because 1 is just a bridge, and 2 is just the open area on the northern side of this base. It's a tough call. That's all I got. Yeah, 33 to 126K. I'm not surprised with those numbers at all, you know? But otherwise, that is it, guys. If you want me to look at anything specific, feel free to ask in chat. Otherwise, let's have a random conversation. What do you guys feel like? Oh, Willow, don't worry. So, one of the points of the Time Travelers campaign and having these limited, you can only load the arsenal so many times, is to make it more difficult. You start off with the advantage of you're able to dick on pretty much anything there until you run out of ammo. Then you have to start using the weapons that you pick up and find, and it evens the playing field a bit. Plus, now that I know I can drop bombs on you and most of you are going to be fine, I'm going to drop more bombs on you. That's how it's going to go. 29th is on Blue 4, mainly under Alpha and some of Bravo. A lot of representation tonight, but they got their asses kicked last round. Then again, that AO was really, really tough. If I was submitted that AO, I probably wouldn't have approved it because the defenders just had so many advantages. Blue 4 needed a little more oomph, in my opinion. So done. I don't have a control over how the missions are run in FNF. We normally don't see anything more powerful than a 14.5. You normally don't see any autocannons or GMGs, with the exception of once in a blue moon, you'll see a ZU-23. We saw that last round as a defensive objective, but the plane was actually able to strafe the guys and kill them who were crewing that ZU-23. So, all in all, it's a rare sight. You sometimes do see it, but it's very rare. I did not see any TSB players. I know Lolo is actually in the operations room. He's not in the FNF channel. They had a bigger presence in the EU branch. We have Kiri playing, but I'll be honest, I have not seen Kiri in TSB in a very long time, so he's just there rocking the tag to play FNF, which, you know, more power to him. I don't give a shit, but he would be your only quote-unquote TSB player on the roster right now, and he is on Op4. I hope the defenders do well, too. I always love seeing upsets, but Op4 is very stacked, and it's not like it's an open area like Takistan and stuff. Granted, there's some open areas to utilize, but there's also some good forested routes for Op4 to maneuver in. So there is a game mode called Zeus v Zeus. I did a few back in like 2016, 2017. Not my cup of tea, but that's because I don't like getting angry at my players, because it requires some communication, and it just wasn't there. Yeah, even more rarely, there are the autocannons on helicopters, but I've only seen gun pods with some explosive ammo, but that's very, I want to say I've only seen it like twice in FNF. Pretty much Umbra, and that's why I dislike it so much, because it's just PvP. It's very old. If you look up Zeus v Zeus Liru on YouTube, you'll find them. Righto, Tiger. I'll see you at round 3 then. The only time I saw bombs in FNF was during World War II. Otherwise, I haven't seen any fabs utilized. But look at this. Op4 is going to mount a lot of forces in the hip. And I think they're full. They want to put even more guys in there, but this is all they're going to be able to fill with it, so they might have to do multiple trips. They could mount the guns, though. There's a seat up here, and then someone could take the co-pilot spot, but that's going to be it. Literally going to pack it with everyone they can. Maybe if they got the co-pilot and that gunner out, they could fit a few more, but looks like they're going to have a few people dismount because they're realizing that plan's not going to be viable. Righto, 75 insane people and counting. Hope your bet stands. Now, I will state for the record, I'm not biased to any particular group. I do give Pepega Pirates, Scandi, and Coalition a lot of my time, but that's because they have consistently delivered from time to time again. But that's also why I watch people like Stark, Dooley, Not Bay, Norris, you name it, because they've done some really cool things, but it's always fun to see other people make those plays too. Leia, for example, last round was just popping off with that 338. Did a really good job. Otherwise, round has begun. Blue 4 taking all 4 of those BTRs. We also see the BRDM in front, crewed by Not Bay and Dooley. And we also have a single Gaz, which has some elements of Scandi Recon and 4IB under X-Ray, actually. So X-Ray, I think they're originally going to go in that helicopter, but they were unable to fit, so instead they're going to take a Gaz. So we're going to see what I like to call a strong arm, weak arm attack. I believe the strong arm is going to be these 4 BTR-80s and the BRDM, and the weak arm is going to be this infantry group deployed. So normally how this attack goes is one side opens up. This forces the defenders to then focus on defending against that one side, thinking that's the main attack, and then the other arm sweeps in from a flank or the rear and takes the objective because the defenders are too badly stretched thin. Now, that's just one theory that could happen. Another theory is they try to attack 2 different objectives at once with 2 separate forces, banking on the fact that Blue 4 stretched themselves thin. But we'll see how this plan blooms into fruition. Wasber, I am doing all right, man. How have you been? And this is round 2, Civi. So, green 4 recon, excuse me, blue 4 recon, my bad. At least I think that's blue 4 recon, yep. They're going to be watching this road. They might have spotted Op 4 X-Ray going through. But we'll see where Op 4 X-Ray deploys. Probably on a ridge back here so they can overwatch sectors 1 and 2 and get some eyes on 3. That would be my bet. Major Pain, thanks for the tier 1 sub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. But otherwise, the 4 BTRs heading up as the BRDM scouts. This is going to be incredibly steep. They're going to have a really tough time getting up this terrain. You can already see the BRDM is actually struggling to get up this area. So if they're coming up here, it means they're trying to do an exquisite flank attack here. Probably get behind Sector 3 and start with that one as the hardest one. Maybe a dismount right here to move up to these forested areas to then get into the town. But this means Op 4 is going to be spending a lot of time maneuvering. And we're just going to have to wait and see. However, Blue 4 might have predicted this route potentially. And they already have an MRAP up here with an M2 chilling in the back right here. This is Mito, Lurch, and Aussie Wookie. And that is the only dedicated MRAP group they have. The other one has been assigned to Bravo over at Sector 3. For some vehicles, yes, Collins, Ace has a get out and push option for a few Vics like boats, but not every vehicle. Oh, Jesus, Wasper. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope things work out, but that sucks, man. Hope everything works out for you. Hospitals, man, especially U.S. ones, are... Ugh. I think actually the only ones I have a problem with are U.S. ones, because they're a business after all, and with how screwed up American healthcare is, big, nasty business. But anyway, we're not here to listen to that. Otherwise, major pain. Played a lot of Zeus and Arma myself like Exile. Nice. How much hours do I have? About 15.5K. If you're around in between rounds 2 and 3, I can give you the exact number. But last time I checked, it was about 15.5, and that was a week ago. Otherwise, BRDM spotted the Vic, took out the gunner. That immediately made Aussie run out here to try to evade that fire. Made the BRDM drain all of its 14.5mm shots in its 50-round box. Really smart call by Aussie, actually, to bait that out. And now he's going to be able to get away. Now, the question is, did they confirm that that was the BRDM? Probably not. So they could think that's a BTR and this is an infantry push coming, which is something Op4 doesn't actually want because it is an infantry push. But that was just the BRDM coming up and harassing as a scout vehicle. Now this is also going to be foiled though because we have another member, Lurch, here. He's going to be hearing all the engine sounds of these Vics coming up. So now Blue 4 is going to know that this attack is coming. Meanwhile, we have Op4 being deployed the other... Yep, it's a strong arm, weak arm. So the weak arm over here, it is going to probably move up these forested areas and try to either come in on Sector 3 from the south or the east. Probably stay out of that open field, come up one way or the other. I will say there's a little bit of maneuvering issues if they come in from the east because there's a thin amount of territory they can get by. But if they hug the edge of the map, they should be fine. Now, looking over at X-Ray here, they decided to take this church and do some Overwatch. We've got multiple spotting scopes. I wonder where the sniper is. He is down here with his SSWT kit, and he is going to be watching this section. That is Stark. Looking through his scope, he's got good eyes on all 3 objectives here, and he's got a stable firing position. He can do a lot of damage if he wants to. Thank you, Nem. I appreciate you checking. So Major Pain, it's that many. The period is supposed to be a comma. But that's because, let's face it, ooh, X-Ray taking fire. Shot just went over their head. Don't know if that was on... Oh, it's on the spotters up here, actually. They spotted them through the divide in the trees. And we also have some shots coming up here. No, it is the PKT firing down on Sector 3, and the M2 MRAP is retaliating. But, side thing that I was talking about, Arma's been my job for technically the past 2 years is when I started going on it full time, but it's been at least my side gig and hobby for 5. So, I mean, 15, almost 16K hours, that's about 2 years worth, give or take. At least a year and a half. So that's why. I know, Nem is so much better, right? Because of all that time he spends with Yanni's mom. So PKT doing some more orbitals here and harassing Sector 3. I really like that this is what we have here. Unlikely to get an actual kill, but it's harassment. It pulls eyes up to look at the helicopters instead of what could potentially coming from this direction. And that's why it's so important to have. Meanwhile, Lurch soloing up here. I think he's just listening to the engine sounds and feeding his group data with his 152 radio. And you're hearing the BR, actually no, it's a BTR. Firing from range, I think it's actually trying to hit Drake here with 14.5. So that's going to give away that attack vector. So this is the distraction. You also have Blue 4 moving in on the rear of this attack wave to try to harass their rear. But this is going to allow for this weak arm here to get up close and personal and take that sector since they're all distracted from the suppression up on the ridge. I would then imagine these guys are going to mount up and just thunder run down this ridge and then get on top of this objective and take it and then also move to the bridge. We also have the BRDM circling around right here. It's looking for more Blue 4 positions. Op4 X-Ray has popped some smokes up on the church. And they're still taking some fire, but I doubt they've had any casualties yet. Yep, don't see any. Still only... Oh, hold on. Delta has suffered a casualty right here. We got one guy trying to check on him, but that was Trigger being killed. Eagle trying to do medical. I'd be willing to bet, yep, Stark got that pick off. So Stark's not going to have any eyes up here, but on this hill, he was able to spot him through the trees. So that's at least 2 deaths on Blue 4. Ooh, Wiki also down over here. I believe was Wiki. No, this is a different gunner position. And the third guy that was in Gamma has left the server, so we don't see his skull anymore. So was that Stark getting a second kill? No. So the question then becomes, who got the kill? It was the helicopter. So it was either Vargan or Eric who are the gunners that got it, because the kill gets assigned to the driver of the vehicle. But that's crazy. They sniped a gunner out of his own Humvee from above. Let me sit up in this chair. Oh, I don't work 40 hours a week on Arma. It's more like 60 or 70. Mission making is a very tedious practice. Especially when you make like 7 to 11 a week. Ugh. I will say Splendid Squad's taken me like, I want to say 15 hours because I've gotten to so many versions of it. Constantly correcting things. But anyway, different time and place for that. Aussie now firing up here. Basically, it's just a BRDM. Actually, multiple BRDMs here. 3 out of the 4 are online right here, suppressing downward. I don't know where the 4th is. Is it dismounted? Did they flip it? We got one there, we got the other one there, and we got the platoon lead one there. I don't know what they did with the 4th one. I know they brought 4 up here. What worries me is, will X-Ray... Ooh. X-Ray might find it and use it to hit the other BRDMs, or BTRs. That would be devastating. And I think Swola might discover this one. He's guns up on it. He's going to watch it for a minute. Notice it doesn't move, and he might move in to take it. This could be devastating to Op4 if Blue 4 uses it against them. Because if they're methodical about it, they could take out at least 2, maybe even the 3rd BTR if they're patient and they make sure they do a clean sweep with the 50-round 14.5, reload it, and then just methodically take them out. And in order that no one's going to notice. But what are these guys doing? They're dismounting. Oh. This is not good. So we've got the BRDM. Got 2 PKT gunners, 1 firing at each defensive line here. BRDM was firing up here. We have another guy unconscious. That's Classic down because this BRDM is picking people off. Head's taken a bit of damage, though, but otherwise fine for the most part. Still, oh, no, Dooley got hit. Probably by AT. That's what caused that damage there, but it was a weak hit, and it only injured him, or it was a spray of 50 cal. So Dooley being the first KIA. Stark still only on a single kill. He's trying to line up some more vectors. Swola approaching that Vic a little more. He's taking the wheels off. He has to have noticed that he can get in the Vic, though. Yep, so he's going to leave it. Other BTR has started going online here. Ooh, something just got hit in the chopper. Engine still going strong, though. Anyone hit? No. Op4 still maneuvering here. They got a... Oh, no. So Alpha, half of them have moved up here. They're ready to start breaching in. You're starting to see some other shots going as well. And I just heard AT. That was a Moz round taking out that BTR. Notbay has survived. He's under some suppressive fire. He's got to roll into cover here. I would imagine that was a Moz shot by someone up here. It was by Captain Pop. So he's on a kill and a vehicle kill. So we got 2 hits on that BRDM. First one was a little weak, but the second one held true. Now we have one of the BTRs coming down to support the infantry as they come into Sector 3. Who's commanding? Duster made a good call here by attacking Sector 3 first, because that's the toughest one out of them all. But then I'm wondering... He doesn't really have any good supporting areas from this position, but he's got some good forest to work up with. And by holding that hill, he can also have some good overwatch, but it looks like he's having the BTRs fold off of it. So Blue 4 X-Ray's opportunity is dwindling here, but it looks like they're going to take the BTR here. That could be devastating for Op4 if they don't realize it in time. They have one member, though, Dream, who's the sniper. He's now coming up, but he's going to hear those BTRs passing. All right, Op4 starting to send a few forces up here. There's already been some firefighting. Guy Fieri and Flux went down. Who did they fight? Dog4 was over here. He got 2 of them, but he was the only guy in this area. The rest are chilling around the sector itself. I wonder if he got a radio call out in time. I think he did, because we are seeing Blue 4 looking down from these windows into this territory. Hey, you know, right on. I'm glad to hear Killer's op went well. Always happy to hear when a TSB op does well. Ooh. Great use of these apartment complexes. Not sure, yeah, Carlson didn't get credited with that kill, but he definitely sprayed that guy down. Kane's now got to wonder where those shots came from. And Carlson lands that kill as well. If Blue 4 can keep those apartment complexes locked down and flank like that, Op4 is not going to have a chance. Now we have a vehicle crewman running in here. Is that Bay? No, it's Michael. He's from the helicopter. No, he's under... Okay, no, so he's the vehicle crewman in charge of Delta because vehicles are assigned to squads now with the new roster. Nielsen has to hear those footsteps. Oh, Nielsen. Nielsen, Nielsen, Nielsen. I think he thinks they're friendly, but Michael didn't clear out the building fully. He'd have a perfect drop on Nielsen if he actually came in here. He's gonna climb to the roof instead. Gotta remember, always fully clear out your buildings. Oh, helicopter got hit again. Now Mikey could get a hit on that gunner right there if he looks. Helicopter's auto-rotating, his engine got hit. They gotta be careful because they're starting to trek towards the edge here. He's trying to wave off that BTR, but he's still taking shots from them. Heli landed. One of the gunners is dead. They might be able to repair the engine, or they might just derelict it and move in. Oh, hostile BTR. Firing at a friend. They just took a Maj round. And a second one, and they are still going, but there's the black smoke indicating cook-off. Platoon HQ. Third round, they're all dead. And it's gonna cook off, but with that third round going in, they were killed off. Mikey trying to throw a smoke. This attack is getting a little costly for Op4. X-Ray's moved down. How is the sniper doing? Stark on his second kill, still staying up there though. It's the Spec Ops guys that are moving down with their suppressed weapons. It's again just a battle for these apartment complexes. Op4 needs to bypass them, get into the AO, take it and leave. Because otherwise they're gonna have way too much attrition from these apartments. Mikey, don't know what just picked him off, but he is now unconscious. Oh, it was X-Ray. So it was, yeah, I think Dream's shooting up at him. Because I didn't see any tracers there or anything. When Mikey wakes back up, he might have thought he got hit from something and might try to bandage in the open, but if he stays there, Dreams is just going to hit him again. That BRDM suppressing the rear of Op4, causing them to push him. Look at all this Op4 troop heading in. But if Blue 4 stands firm in these apartment complexes, they can get some really good pickoffs. You're already seeing Carlson firing here. Shots are high. More smoke's being deployed. Dream is still at 0. Don't worry, I'm keeping an eye on him. Carlson is being the MVP for this match. He finally goes down. His number was up. Only 2 kills, but he did a lot of damage to this group right here. BTR-80's pulled in, it's suppressing this area. Op4 might be able to get in and take the sector. If Blue 4 can get a good extra chunk of casualties here, I think they'll be fine, but Op4's being able to wrestle the territory back here. Really, my eyes are on the apartments. I think Mikey just got friendly fired. It sounded like that came from a suppressed shooter. I doubt that was, an enemy that got him. I'm looking for a -1 right now. Might not find it, though. So Op4 is now breaching the apartment complexes. A lot of Blue 4 getting knocked out in this complex area. Oh, that is a cheeky spot. Night Owl hiding in the corner of the sector behind a Humvee. That is incredibly cheeky. He's now the last guy in the sector because if you're unconscious, it doesn't count you as actually defending that sector. Yeah, I thought Blue 4 had a chance, but this quickly turned into a slaughter. The second Night Owl gets in that Vic, though, I think he's not going to count anymore. Yep, and there goes Sector 3, because it doesn't count you if you're in a Vic. I had a feeling he might do that, too. That's why I called it out. Still seeing some grenades getting thrown, but now Op4 needs to adjust from moving here down to sectors 1 and 2, and honestly, there's not a lot of Blue 4 that can hold. Even though this is a big open area, Op4 can just mount up in the remaining BTRs and some of the Blue 4 Vics that have stayed here. You gotta remember, every wheeled Vic has a spare wheel, so I could get that repaired. They've already stolen one of the Humvees here, too. They can just move right in. Oh my god. Oh my god. Owl going in the outhouse. But he gets shot because wood does not stop bullets too well, and that was Tolly that gets the knockout. But great last-ditch effort by Night Owl there. He saw the glitch of when you vault a wall, it for a split second shows you over the wall. So the game knows your reference position of where to teleport you to after you play the animation, and Night Owl saw that and just waited for him to vault the wall, but in doing so, it knocks the wall out because of a physics glitch with the body, and that opened up the door, and yeah, Night Owl's cover was blown. Don't you hate it when you get shot to death in the shitter, and you actually take out the shitter with you? What a shame. Now you got the BTR-80s fighting here. We got a casualty in there. but they're fighting with X-Ray and the stolen BTR. Swola on 2 kills with that stolen BTR 80. Now we just need to watch Op4's transition here. How long is that going to take? We still have 25 minutes in this round. We're only halfway through it, but it could go either way. Op4 looking like they're in a good spot, though. They just have to make that maneuver. We got Eagle here corner camping. Honestly, if Op4 was smart, they would just throw satchels on these and blow them up. Did he just knock himself out with that grenade? Wow, Benjamin. Big ouch. Got some suppression going back and forth with some infantry here. They're using their Humvee for cover. They're trying to fire up. So the stolen BTR is pulling back. Haven't taken a casualty yet. How's Dream? He's on 2 kills. Nice. If he can pick off some more guys on the roof, that's going to be optimal for him. Ah, Ibnek, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, Blue Force stole your BTR that you left behind. They've been making you pay for that mistake. No, yeah, no, you are on Op4. All right. Yeah, so fine, Duster, you were in the BTR that pulled in. Yep. That was messy. BTR's not firing up here. We got another body. Cal's trying to do medical. Or, no, he's putting his gun away. No engine sounds. Op4 needs to make the transition. If they can't make the transition, the skeleton crew over at Sector 1 and 2 might actually be able to hold from the remaining attacks. Got Delta firing over here. They've got AT out as well. They might try to hit that Vic. If they blow it up, they could actually knock these 2 guys out as well. What I am worried about, though, are the suppressed guys on Op4 X-Ray that could move in. They're on a spotting scopes, and they do have a stolen Humvee. And they've got suppressed guns, so they're still a pretty nasty threat. We have Eric with a few guys actually backtracking with a stolen M2. MRAP. Dream on 4 kills right now. I told him if he makes it to 5, I'll give him a head pat. He could actually do it. As there's still some people staying on the roof, but if he gets more than 5 and thins out this force even more, he could turn the tide. We see a lot of Op4 guys mounting up in this Vic over here.
So let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
All right, so we got Op4 coming up with a Humvee right here. Squad mate threw grenades at my face from 3 meters away. Jeez, Korvac, I'm sorry to hear that. Looks like they're actually deploying up here. I think they're going to hunt for that Vic. Dream might have watched it happen, though. Yep. He's looking for kill number 5. He's going to wait for them to stay put. And he gets a knockout. This is that shot. His target wakes back up. Gets another hit, but it wasn't a good hit. Gets caught in a reload. His prey still hasn't noticed where he is just yet. He sees that head. Puts the shot just below the head. Watch the... I probably cursed Dream. I told him he needs to get 5 kills, and he's going to get stuck on 4. I'm going to laugh at him if that's the case. So this Eagle's still up here corner camping, but we are seeing a lot of Op4. Oh god, they're gonna dismount. Oh, there's AT! They're prepping it! Get the fuck out of the Vic! Oh my god. That just killed at least 2 people, knocked out a 3rd. Someone came around with their handgun. Nutty person. He's being very nutty for only using his damn handgun. He's gonna do a quick reload. Wow, Op4 came up here with like a full squad. Most of them are now down. Nutty coming up, getting a kill, but the last guy, Jib style, gets the kill on him. So a very Pyrrhic victory there for Op4. My god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down. I'm going to recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 down, actually. 7 dead, 1 technically unconscious, but... Ooh. Tough call. All right, so Recon's come around over here. Still spotting. I have to know, how's Stark doing? He's still only on 2 kills, but he's folding down from the south. How's Dream doing? Dream is still stuck on 4 kills. Blue 4 is now folding in to hold Sector 2, and Op4's numbers are looking lighter and lighter. Honestly, I think Blue 4 is starting to wrestle down the number advantage of Op4. And now the game's looking a little more even. This is definitely going to go to time. We've got 19 minutes remaining. And there's the bleed out. See his body ragdoll. So Eagle has to hear those Vics. Little too late for him to do anything, though, because I'm not sure if they left any Vics for him to use to get over there. There's some BTRs. If their engines are on, I'm going to laugh my ass off. And now Dreams is also on foot coming over. If he can find a good spot to overwatch this AO, he'll be A-okay. I have no idea how long Eagles live. That's a very random question. Probably in relation to Private First Class Eagle there. Now, Op4's got some good area here. But they're very separated, and Blue 4 is pretty congealed around Sector 2. In fact, the whole military compound. So either Op4 needs to try to regroup, or Blue 4 just needs to lock down this military base, and whichever one can regroup first is probably going to win. So we now have a little bit of a waiting game here. Eagle's still going to stay up here. He's just looking around, making sure he is actually alone. No, he's checking ammo off of one of his dead compatriots. Is that a Hunt IR? It has to be a Hunt IR, yep. So that was popped by... I'm going to say Blue 4 popped that one. But it could have been Op 4 coming in as well. Arma Jesus does have a GL, and at that range, that could have been his shot. I think he's now in the tree to check. Now we're hearing some high-caliber rounds here. It's a stolen BTR. X-Ray still has the BTR, and they're clearing it. They freaked Patriot out, though. I'm not sure if there were any actual casualties. He's throwing grenades down now. BTR is actually firing long range here. Hitting into Op4 stolen blue Forbix. Both sides have stolen Vix from each other. Kristoff getting knocked out. Heavy fire going in on both sides. This is running a distraction so this 4-man team can get in. Will it be enough? We also have a 3-man team coming in, but we have Dream right behind them and Eagle also following suit. But Stark and Parks are going to be behind those two. There's the 15-minute warning. There's Sector 1 being captured. Patriot ran under the bridge. Explosive satchel goes off in front of him, but he is just low enough that it doesn't do any damage. Cosmonaut popping some nades. They get caught on the bridge. One makes it through, but Patriot might be far enough away. Grenade also rolls down the side of the hill, so it doesn't do anything. However, Maz now trying to hit Patriot on the back of the head. AT went in, took out the stolen BTR. That was sideways taking it out, but Cyrus now running over. Shoot sideways in the back of the head. Red Ram is going to retaliate, maybe. Sees Fist. But actually managed to kill Cyrus as he runs back, and Fist gets knocked out by Arma Jesus. Oh, Arma Jesus now blue on bluing. Nope, that's Villic. Dreek's now gonna run in and see these two Op4 guys. Nope, there's a bush in the way. Oh my god. Dreek unable to land the shot, and Sexy just mows him the fuck down. Hey, Dream, let's see how many kills you got. Only 4. I don't love you. I'm sorry.
There was some sweet fucking shots in there.
I know.
I take nothing.
Red Ram getting blue on blued again, this time by Heated.
No, because I shot about 3 people in the chest. They went down and then immediately woke back up right after. Do you know
Ooh, some lag spikes. Nasty lag spikes.
I hit someone in the leg, down them. They got back up, hit them again. While they while
was
they
that the
were
people
down.
that dismounted from the Humvee really close to you?
No. Yeah, that was confusing. That was less than 100 meters. No, just over 100 meters, getting shot by 300 Winchester. Like, you
We're just putting some great GL here, knocking out Wombo.
What happened to them? I ran away because it's sort of starting to infill into my position.
Maz getting a kill on an Op4 guy here. I don't remember.
Very good.
Patriot getting some knockouts
one of the
there.
Shots I hit was just a fucking sweet ass headshot. Also, one of the kills I got was really funny because he was in the apartment window with an AT about to shoot the friendly BTR. I hit him in the chest, downed him. Then he got back on the radar like 2 minutes after, and then I slammed him straight in the chest again.
Ooh, GL goes over, way over. Hits a tree. That one just a touch short. Derry getting shot by a suppressed gunner. That's Patriot.
I just watched Seki game of friendly fire.
There's been a lot of friendly fire because Op4's attacking from every direction. Swole up reaching out. Him and Leo trade. Now it is up to Bridges to hold.
I think I did pretty well for the first sniper game I've ever had. It was a new thing to learn. Because you can't play it as a marksman.
Bridges knocking another guy out. That's Space Cowboy Carl down. But we have Stark coming in.
What?
He's on 4 kills too.
So Stark actually stole a kill.
And Eric kills Bridges, and there's GG.
Yeah, Stark actually stole a kill because Park's down me and Stark finished. Nemesis came in and said, "Good shot." That's all I needed.
And there we go. Let's pay out the prediction.
How was that round? It seemed like a bit of a clusterfuck from my POV.